Why phonetic? A successful English cursor in particular have learned to speak English accurately and fluently. Most English try to spread the language learning into four skills: reading, writing, listening, and speaking. Which is okay, you have many years to dedicate to learning the language. However, if the student can demonstrate good grades of speaking skill, the student will usually have good results with the other skills. Therefore, the most important concept for the language learner and the teacher is that the student must speak English and communicate throughout the lesson. In order for the teacher to help the student make progress, he or she must provide opportunities for the student to speak. In turn, the teacher must also speak clearly and listen attentively to what the student says. Okay, that's it. What does phonetic have to do with speaking English effectively? The term language has many different meanings. Listen to this. The systematic creation and using of symbol and sound is an essential manifestation of language. Each of these factors, the symbol or alphabet, and the corresponding sound is regulated through social competition differing from language to language. Many languages use sound which try to correspond to their alphabet. For example, in the Italian language, spelling and pronunciation go hand in hand. Consider the word. They all contain the letter A, which is always pronounced in the same way. Now, consider some English words. They also contain the letter A, as far as spelling is concerned. But what about the pronunciation? Mark, man, machine. They are a total for us, but they are all pronounced differently. The International Phonetic Association (IPA) for short has created a series of symbols, the phonetic alphabet, which we can use to indicate precisely the pronunciation of the sound. Each symbol represents one and only one sound, and a which two dots after it is a long a he sound, as in our first word, mark. The vowel sound of make is actually a double vowel or diphthong. Make and is represented by composite symbol. Make main content a vowel sound that we transcribe with a sort of Cyrillic symbol, man. And finally, the A in the word machine is pronounced as very weak. In this sense, sound represented by an upside down E, machine. Another problem for learners is that many letters in the spelling of English what are not pronounced at all. Our word make, the E at the end is silent, so it does not appear in the transcription. Something similar happens in the word mark. So this may come as a surprise if you're from Scotland. Consider and Ireland, the US or Canada. They are in this word is not pronounced at all in the convention pronunciation that is reflected in usually British transcription. Mark. Consider this word, the noun sea, as in the Mediterranean Sea. the verb to see, and the name of the letter C, or a musical note, as in middle C. These words are pronounced exactly alike. Therefore, they have the same phonetic transcription, even though the spelling is quite different. Some more examples are the verb to be, the honey-making insect, bee, and the second letter of the alphabet, also a musical note B. Likewise, tea that you drink, a tea that a golfer uses, and the letter used in spelling this word, T. As you can see, the phonetic symbol for the vowel sound in all of these words is an I followed by two dots. Some letter font is spelling of the word becomes superfluous in the phonetic transcription. For example, the letter A, as in fact, is really a combination of the two dot key and S, fake. The letter key followed by U, as in queen, is transcribed into phonetic by key and W, queen. A hard C, as in car, is transcribed with a P, car. But a sub C, as in sen, is represented by an S, sen. Some communication of letter in the spelling, such as PH, CH, and CH, actually represent a single sound. For example, the PH of base has the sound of an F base. And by the way, notice how the S in this word is transcribed. Some words are represented by symbols that do not correspond to normal letter of the alphabet. The initial sound of the word ship, for example, is represented by a sort of stretched out as ship. For CH, as in chip, we find a combination symbol that begins with a T, chip. Now, let's examine a complete transcription of one of our first example word, machine. Only the initial M and the final N are normal letters of the alphabet. The three phonetic symbols in the middle may still look a bit strange to you, but the sound they represented are perfectly familiar. Machine. I hope that I have been able to demonstrate how a phonetic transcription can be used to indicate precisely the pronunciation of English words, and also to show you some of the way that this transcription can differ from the actual spelling of the word. Always bear in mind, however, that the transcription we use reflected just one variety of English, which most likely does not correspond 100% the way any of us actually speak. So, why do we use it? Because the phonetic alphabet provided teacher and student with a single, come on, point of reference, the way that we can all use for the complicated business of teaching and learning English.